The fairy tale run of Eala comes to an end at the hands of Jessica Pegula in the semifinals of Miami. But let's take a moment to go through exactly what she actually did this week, because she's done some historic things for Philippines tennis, but also what it means going forward from this semifinal result, because it actually means a lot to her ranking and also a lot to what tournament she can get in the future. So having a look here at what she actually did this week, of course, she came in as a wild card. She beats volley nets in the first round. She gets the win over Ostapenko, which was impressive in itself, her first ever top 30 win. And then that's when things started to kick up a notch. So she plays Keys. Keys, of course, had only lost to Sabalenka since winning the Australian Open. She wins that in straight sets. She then gets a walkover against Badosa, which probably helped her in the end a little bit. At least get back to that 100% physical form. Then she goes to the quarterfinals. She beats Swiatek in one of the biggest upsets we've seen in recent times on the WTA, especially when it comes to Swiatek, probably her worst loss, or at least the biggest upset in her career. And then the Pegula match, of course, that just happened. She fought hard. She had actually a lead in the first set and was serving for the first set, had a set point. Pegula came back as she does. She won that set. Eala was down a break in the second. She fought back to win that set, and then in the third, it was back and forth until Pegula just outlasted Eala in the end at 6-3. So, massive week, and I think the whole top 10 have to take notice of Eala going forward, because she's not going to be a dangerous wildcard anymore. She's going to be a dangerous unseeded player in a potential first or second round opponent at Grand Slams for some of these players, maybe. So let's go have a look at her ranking now. So this is the live rankings here, and on Monday they will update, and Eala will be number 75 in the world, around that 65 more spots than last week. And that's huge, because getting in the top 100 allows you to play Grand Slam tennis without having to play qualifying. So the last couple of years, the reason why we haven't seen her at a Grand Slam, or we haven't seen her playing most of these big tournaments, is because she hasn't been getting wild cards. She's been playing the qualies and not getting through. So for example, the Australian Open quali, she lost first round this year, so she didn't get an opportunity to play on the big stage. Now she's been there and done that, and her ranking gets a boost. She is going to be playing first round Roland Garros, main draw, which will be her first Grand Slam match, if she's healthy. Of course, there's a lot of time before then, but if she's healthy and plays that tournament, she'll be in the main draw, which is huge. Wimbledon as well, and the US Open at the end of the year. So we're going to see a lot more of Eala in the main draw of these tournaments going forward. So there you have it. Massive, massive week for Eala, and a massive week for Philippines tennis as well. She's recreated some history. She's created her own history, beating back-to-back Grand Slam champions, 3 in a row. I mean, Ostapenko, Keys, and Swiatek. That is not a bad list of players. I mean, they are most of the players we watch every week. So huge run there, and of course the rankings boost. That is the most important thing, getting that rankings boost. So now we're going to see her play the main draw of these big events. She's going to be playing in Madrid. I think she already got a wild card for that, but then she can play Rome after that. She can then go play the Roland Garros tournament that I mentioned. Then Wimbledon. I mean, she can make a main draw of all those tournaments, which is going to be huge. So we're going to hear a lot more about Eala. And the top 10 are on notice, because we've seen her play some really great tennis against those players specifically this week. But let me know in the comments below, how high do you think Eala can get in this rankings, or at least in this year? Because, of course, injury aside, if she doesn't get injured, the way she played this week, if she maintains that level, I mean, top 20 at least, right? I mean, that's a top 20 form. If you're beating the top 10 consistently, you're going to be close to the top 10 yourself. So she has a high ceiling, and at 19 years old, she's got plenty of time to go to do something special again, and maybe go one further at one of these tournaments. But there it is, Eala, amazing week this week. Unfortunately, comes to an end against Pegula, but man, she is so promising going forward.